Welcome to this edition of Inside SAU Athletics. I'm Nick Zepeda.
And I'm Marissa Pedersen. On this week's episode, we're featuring our men's and women's bowling teams.
It was an exciting season for SAU bowling. A mix of individual standouts led the way, as both the men's and women's teams posted multiple top 5 finishes throughout the season. They competed at the intercollegiate sectionals where the women's team placed 9th overall and the men finished 3rd. The men's team rolled into the intercollegiate championship tournament and placed 13th overall. Individual standouts include freshman Kendrick Siders, who qualified for the singles championship tournament, placing 9th overall at nationals. Earlier in the season, Kendrick led the men's team to a first-place finish at the Midwest Collegiate Championships, with a total of 1359 for his 6 games. Junior Zach Greim earned a spot on the all-tournament team as a top scorer at the Hammer Golden Eagle Invite. Greim averaged 225.8 and totaled 1,129 for his 5 games, which is his highest second score. On the women's team, senior Erin Williams led them to a 3rd-place finish overall with 970 for 5 games. That earned her a top spot on the all-tournament team at the Hammer Golden Eagle Invite. Williams also earned a spot on another all-tournament team at 5 Seasons Classic, with a total of 1087 for her 5 games. And sophomore Marissa Bills, who is a top 10 intercollegiate singles sectional qualifier, totaled 1151 for 6 games to bring the women's bowling team to nearly get the first title of the season at the Warhawk Open. You can find a full list of results from championships and sectionals at saubs.com.
Joining us now is sophomore Marissa Bills. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
It has been a great season for you and the team. What do you think led you to such a successful season?
I feel like we had really great team chemistry this year, and we had a new coach, and I think he did a really good job of keeping us all together and all in it throughout every game of this season.
How do you feel that you have grown as an athlete throughout this season?
Throughout this season, I feel like there's definitely things I've worked on that have made me better, but I also feel like I grew more as a leader, and I kept everyone together. I definitely carried different aspects of the team in that sense.
As a student athlete, how did you balance being a member of the team while being a full-time student here at SAU?
Well, I had one online class, so I got that always out of the way, always early, and then I just do my homework ahead of time. So for me, it's not that hard of a balance as long as I keep on top of everything.
And then for next season, what are some personal goals you are looking forward to?
Personally, I want to make more ATTs. I want the team to make more at least top 10 finishes, because I feel we can do it. We're going to have some new people coming in, but I feel as long as we all stick together, we can definitely achieve it.
Well, thank you again for being here, Marissa. Congratulations on an amazing season.
Thank you.
Coming up next on Inside SAU Athletics, Nick will sit down with bowler Zach Greim. We'll be right back.
When you think of SAU sports, you rarely think of bowling, but the St. Ambrose bowling team is worthy of a closer look. They have seen considerable success on the lanes, and by the look of it, it's a trend that will continue for a long time.
The St. Ambrose bowling team has been having a solid last couple of years, but in the years to come, the team could be the best it has ever been. The SAU bowling team is only losing 3 bowlers out of 23 total bowlers from this year, thus giving the team hope that they could be great in the next couple of years. And if you think confidence is an issue, just hear what Coach Eric Littig and Junior Ryan Keith have to say.
Most of our team this year came in with very little experience bowling on the varsity team last year, either little experience or no experience. So we're a work in progress. We learn as we go, and our goal has been since the very beginning to continue to get better as the season goes on.
In the next year and a half, I'm expecting that we're just going to probably keep getting better. We have a really solid foundation right now and a pretty young team with guys that are just going to keep getting a lot more experience. So I think there's big things to come the rest of the year as well as next year.
The St. Ambrose bowling team is losing a couple of valuable seniors this year, but the future for the program is oh so bright.
Welcome back. Joining us now is junior Zach Greim. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Having played in the final team competition this past weekend at the Nationals, walk us through some of the feelings you're going through in your mind.
Well, obviously Nationals has a lot of emotion involved with it, as every year does, but one of the main things that you're fighting for every year is your seniors, and this year we had Justin Aboud as a senior, another person from California like myself, and I mean, we all just try to encapsulate a whole team feeling as we're all fighting for one. It's not all for one, it's one for all, and we just try to move as one unit.
Great, awesome. This season, the team captured the Midwest Collegiate Championships title with one of the youngest varsity teams with 5 freshmen. What do you think were some of the reasons behind the team's success, just early on in the season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we have a very talented team here. We have a very talented team year in and year out, and part of that is thanks to Coach Eric and his great recruiting. All 5 of our freshmen are very talented, and I trust each and every single one of them. And they actually, in that specific tournament, they helped pick me up in specific because I went down with a fractured elbow during the middle of that tournament. Injuries in bowling happens. But yeah, we just worked together as a team. Everyone had one goal in mind, bringing that championship home, and we ended up doing that, and it was great.
Sure, awesome. And like you said, you're originally from California. Why did you choose Ambrose over other bowling programs in the country?
Well, Ambrose had a very good marketing program, as well as year in and year out, I had seen the results that this team had, and they're all good. I mean, Eric is a very good coach. He brings in good talent here, and I felt like each and every year that I was here, I would be competing for a national title, and so far that's been true.
Awesome. So finally, what's one goal or accomplishment you hope to achieve in the next season?
Obviously get that national title down. We've made the finals. We've made the TV finals last year. It was a great experience. Great to get that experience under our belts. And we have the talent to do it. It's just about executing in the right moments, and that national title will be ours.
Awesome. Thanks again for being with us here today, Zach. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
Coming up next on Inside SAU Athletics, Marissa will sit down with head bowling coach Eric Littig. We'll be right back.
Tune in to KALA and hear something different. Programming that celebrates the diversity of our listeners. We're advocates for the arts, showcasing your favorite music from around the world. We're storytellers, producing award-winning news and educational podcasts. We're dedicated sports fans, bringing you the latest Fighting Bee action from St. Ambrose University. We're a learning lab, mentoring the next generation of broadcasters and content creators. A part of your community for 5 decades. We're KALA Radio, 88.5 FM and 106.1 FM. Turn it on and turn it up.
Joining us now is head bowling coach Eric Littig. Thanks for being with us here today.
Certainly.
It was a great season for both teams. From your perspective, what was the key to their success?
Well, I think it was mentioned earlier, chemistry, hard work, dedication. There's a lot of factors that go into a team success. Practicing, competing, attitude. Our girls this year had a really experienced team, which is why they finished ranked in the top 10 in the country. Our guys, on the other hand, we had 5 freshmen on our varsity team, one of the youngest teams in the country. We didn't lack for talent, just experience. So it was, the entire season was a learning process for the guys.
How do you feel the team has grown together throughout this season?
Well, when you have a lot of new players on your men's team, you have to learn. And we had freshmen from Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Colorado, Florida, all over the country, Minnesota. So it's kind of a melting pot here with our bowling program. You have to learn other players' strengths and weaknesses, both as bowlers and as people. Whereas our women's team, they had been together for a significant amount of time, so they kind of knew each other's, strengths and weaknesses. So that kind of led to their success, but 2 totally different dynamics. And as Marissa also said, we had a new women's coach this year too. So those kind of played into our season as well.
As you continue to build the program, how important is continued success that you've seen over the past few seasons?
Well, we want to be successful, but I'm pretty sure I could probably echo what most coaches would say at most colleges. We want good people, good students, and good athletes in that order. And if they happen to all come together, then we're achieving our goal as coaches and the kind of people that we recruit to be students here at St. Ambrose. We want everybody to get their degree. There's going to be challenges along the way, both on the lanes and in the classroom, but we want everybody to be successful, get a great education, establish a career path, and kind of go from there. Bowling, while yes, we're highly ranked and we're competitive with the nation's best teams, that does have to take a backseat when you look at the big picture. The reason we get so many bowlers from across the country is because of our bowling program, but at the same time because we're an outstanding university.
And then finally, what are you most looking forward to next season?
Well, it's always emotional when you bid goodbye to your outgoing seniors, which happens every year. Those players that have come in and given of themselves for 4 years, but you get really excited with an incoming class because you'll have new challenges and new people on the roster, and the current students will make new friends and get to meet new people from all over the country.
Well, thank you again for being here, Coach.
Certainly.
Congratulations on the great season.
Thank you.
Both the men and women's bowling teams look to come back next season strong. They will return with multiple bowlers ready to make an impact. And that's all we have for you on this edition of Inside SAU Athletics.
Remember to check out the SAU TV Facebook and Instagram pages for our latest episodes, game highlights, interviews, and more. You can also find them on the Hive at sauthebuzz.com. Thanks for watching.